Guys, welcome back to the 52-week organizing challenge, and this week we're going to be focusing on our entryway. So our house, we use this door right here to come in and out of our home, and as you can see, we do not have a closet space anywhere near that door. We do have one through our kitchen right here, but it's kind of a pain to have to go through the kitchen every time that we need to put away our coats or shoes or anything like that. So it was really important that I organized a space right by our entryway as sort of a drop zone. So that way, right as guests came in or as we came in, we had a place to put our belongings. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys how I organized my space and how it's set up. So the first thing I did when I knew I wanted to create sort of an entryway drop zone here was I wanted to focus on what I needed from this space. So basically I knew I wanted a place to put our keys. I was tired of searching for our keys, so that was a must. I wanted some place to hang our keys immediately when we came through the door, so that way as we were leaving we could grab them, and as we come in from the house then we can just put them away, so we never have to search for keys anymore. So that was one thing. I also wanted a place to put our dog's leashes, because again I didn't want to be searching for leashes when she had to go out. I also needed a place to put some of my daycare information right by the door, because where I had it before, it wasn't really easily accessible for my daycare parents. So I have a bulletin board here that just keeps important reminders, newsletters, that sort of thing there for the parents. Over here is where I have a folder for each of my daycare children. Some tissues, because it's important to have tissues handy. And then this is like a little cubby system that I have for my daycare kids too. And that way this area right here is sort of set up for my daycare families. I am going to be closing my daycare in June, so I might sort of revamp this area again to suit my family's needs, considering I won't need to have this set up for the daycare. So we'll see, but for now I wanted to show you what our setup was currently. I also knew I wanted a place to put coats. We have this very beautiful air conditioner right here built into the wall, so I couldn't really get one of those hanging hooks that, you know, just go right into the wall, because this was in the way and it was just too short to hang it down here. So I found this coat rack, which also had a bench, which is something I was really looking for, and a shelf over here that we could put shoes. I found this on LTD Commodities. I'll try to link that below. It's basically an online store where you can buy things. A lot of their stuff is not the best quality. It is very inexpensive, but it's not the best quality. I needed a very small entryway bench for this area because I'm not working with a lot of space, and this one, the dimensions fit perfectly. So I went ahead and picked this up. I've been using it for a few years now and it's still holding up really well, so I do recommend this if you have a small entryway space. So it has plenty of hooks here where we can just hang our coats when we come in. And then it has a bench, which I really wanted a bench so my daycare families could put their bags here, like diaper bags or whatnot. And also it's nice to have a bench just for my own family, because when you have little kids, it's easier for them to sit down and when you're helping them put their shoes on, so they have a place to sit when putting shoes on. And then I have these two baskets sitting on the shelf here, and in this one we just keep all of the kids' shoes and sandals that they wear most frequently. And then over here is one for my husband and I, again just the shoes we wear most frequently. And then down here on this little shoe rack here is where my husband keeps his work boots and his sneakers. We also needed a place to put our pocket clutter. So my husband would come home from work or just home from doing errands or whatever, and he would lay all of his stuff right over here on the counter. His wallet, his hat, like sunglasses, chapstick, you name it, it just all got dispersed on the counter, and it was driving me crazy. So I used two of these organizers here. from 31. They are the Oh Snap pockets, I believe, and they fit perfectly there. It ties in well with our shoe bins, and that's where I have one for myself and one for my husband, and that's where we put all of our pocket clutter. And it works out really, really well to have a spot. It's sort of hidden, so that way it doesn't look super cluttered, but everything's right there at an arm's reach, so that way as we're going out the door, we have everything that we need right there. And that was the main purpose of this space for me, was just to have easy access to the things that we needed when we're leaving the house or coming in from the house. So basically just trying to determine what it is that you need in your entryway space, and then coming up with a design that works best for you and your family is really key. This is our entryway space. It's super, super tiny, but it has been working out really well for us. Guests have a place to put their coats when they come in. That's my husband's sweatshirt and jacket that he brings to work every single night. He prefers to just leave it there because it's easier for him to just grab it when he's leaving for work. But yeah, I really like having this space right by the door as sort of our drop zone. So that is how I have organized my teeny tiny entryway space. It is possible to get yourself organized and have a functioning entryway even with a limited amount of space. So I encourage you guys to take a look at your entryway this week and figure out if it's working for you. And if it's not, ask yourself why. Try to determine what it is that you need in your entryway space, and then plan the best way to organize your belongings and your needs in the space that you are allowed. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.